How's it going, folks? Welcome back to TUTV. My name's Jack.
I'm Lily.
And we're starting to move seasons. We're starting to transition.
It is.
October's over, right?
Yes. It is so weird because I'm from Southern California, so I'm not used to like cold weather.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden today was 19 degrees when I went to my first class.
I'm not a fan of this. Yesterday when it was gale force winds. It's like, I think it's Gale, right?
Gale?
I don't know who Gale is, but I'm pretty sure Gale Force is the thing it's named after her. But gale force winds, all right? It was really cold.
Okay.
And I was like, I brought my skateboard to go to class. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll ride the skateboard to get out of the cold faster.
Ooh.
Rode it for like 10 seconds and just instantly fell over on my shoulder.
Ooh,
and, made a fool of myself. It hurts my pride.
Yeah, understandable.
Physically. Have you ever had to wipe out in person, in front of a lot of people like that?
Oh, man. I wipe out all the time. I just have horrible balance. For an example, my sophomore year of high school, I was trying to do a shortcut, and I was trying to go over a railing. So I flipped over and I was sitting on it. Yeah, no, but I sat on it and then I accidentally leaned back and flipped over.
Yeah.
And I was this far from hitting my head if I didn't crunch up. And then I had the principal come and tell me if I did that again, I would get detention.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't enough that you fell. The principal was like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, exactly.
Shame on you. Well,
so, yeah.
And in light of making a fool of yourself, here is TUTV's next episode. Enjoy.
Have fun.
Hello and welcome to TUTV News. I'm Christina.
And I'm Dak. We've got some stories for you. Let's get right into it.
Sunday marked the date of an imperial parade in Tokyo, Japan. The 30-minute parade displayed national officials like the Prime Minister and commemorated the new emperor's ascension. Over 100,000 people reportedly spectated as the emperor and empress waved from their limousine. The parade is one of the last events in the ascension ritual and is meant to show the new emperor to the world.
Onlookers at the River Thames on Sunday saw something very peculiar. What appeared to be a typical suburban house was slowly sinking into the river. However, the house was actually a mock-up, made to demand British politicians to act on climate change policy. According to the Extinction Rebellion, the group that made the model, the house was meant to represent people in the north and central England who had been struggling with flooding. Since last year, the group had launched another creative protest against the government's climate change denial.
The city of Toms River, New Jersey has been overrun by hostile turkeys. The news ironically comes a few weeks before Thanksgiving. According to an executive of a local animal cruelty society, the turkeys are migrating into town because they have lost their own homes. Residents have complained about their avian neighbors' aggression, which ranges from pecking to property damage. However, wildlife experts claim that the turkeys are harmless.
A new batch of robots developed at MIT are able to play soccer. A viral video shows the four-legged mini cheetah robots showing off athletic skills such as marching in line, even performing backflips. Engineer Benjamin Katz, who worked on the project, said that, quote, "A big part of why we built this robot is that it makes it so easy to experiment and just try crazy things," end quote. While the robots will not hit store shelves for a while, MIT is hoping that they will appeal to researchers who might not otherwise use robotics.
Last week, the state government of Oklahoma held an interim study on the McClellan-Kerr Arkansas River navigation system. While the government does not have direct control over the navigation system, the representatives were sent to lobby for more improvements against the aging system. Catoosa Representative Terry O'Donnell stated that, quote, "Last spring's flooding demonstrated the need for our state to be in a position to respond quickly to emergencies affecting the waterway," end quote. With an estimated $250 million for maintenance needed due to spring's backlogging, the navigation system hopes for more federal grants.
Oh, we got a lot going on in Britain right now, but even more impressive are those robots. Tell me, what do you think about those robots?
I'm impressed by those robots.
Impressed? I'm sorry.
No, I'm interested to see how well they play soccer. Like, is it as you know, what do you think?
I'm impressed as well as scared. As a matter of fact, I think that they will not only outplay human soccer players eventually, but I think that they will go on to overtake their human captors and overlords in a rather violent and bloody uprising. I'll stay tuned for that, guys, here at TUTV. If it happens, we'll keep it covered. Thank you very much. I'm Dak.
I'm Christina, and on that happy note, we'll see you next week.
Hey, how's it going, folks? Today we have back Jenna Lazenby. Thanks for coming back.
What's up?
Today we're going to be talking about your involvement with the Association of Black Collegians, a little bit different than last time, right?
Yeah.
So thanks for coming back. So for the people who didn't see last time, give us a little rundown about you. What's your major? What year you're at? You know, where are you from?
Let's see. History major.
Shout out.
5th year senior. What was the other question?
Where are you from?
H-Town, holding it down.
H-Town.
So Houston, as the
Yep.
great Beyonce once said.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm 22.
Wow. Congrats.
Thriving, not really, but yeah.
We can just pretend.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for coming back.
you for
So
having
for
me.
those who don't know much about the Association of Black Collegians, what is like a little summary overview of what you guys do here on campus?
So we're a Black/multicultural organization on campus. We specialize, I guess, in the African diaspora. So that's like, think slave trade, diffusion of culture, things like that.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of what we do. We try and create programming that like helps the community of like TU's campus and like the greater community at large, by like educating people and things, but also just like having a good time and celebrating what it means to be Black.
Right. Cool. So what are some of the events you've had in the past here?
So in the theme of Beyonce, we have what I have coined our Beyonce event, which we have every spring.
That sounds
No, it is
fun.
not always Beyonce,
Oh,
but that's what
unfortunate.
it's called because the first one we did was Beyonce.
Right.
And we broke down Lemonade, which is Beyonce's album,
Right.
and Solange's A Seat at the Table, which came out like maybe 6 months after each other, something like that. And like compared the lyrics, broke it down, things like that. And so we do that like every semester. So
What did you get from that? Like, what are some of the points of the differences and the similarities between those two albums? Just curious.
So Lemonade is very much about like heartbreak and learning how to like overcome like when you've been in love with someone for like your whole life and they've like cheated on you and things like that, and how to like kind of stick it to them, but also kind of talk about like how I need to like grow and move on and
Right,
things like that. Either whether that's going to be with you or like without you, but
Right.
yeah. And then the seat at the table is more like I'm going through things and I'm trying to learn how to like grow and deal as like just an everyday Black woman and like
Yeah.
the pain and suffering that comes along with like just being human, but then like being a Black human and things like that.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. So as you're vice president there, right? What are some of the things you get involved in? What are some of the positions that you have to deal with?
That I have to. Well, I deal with
Yeah.
everybody. So
Okay.
currently I'm the vice president. So right now I deal heavily with the VP,
Yeah.
but VP. I'm the VP, the president.
Gotcha.
And so like anytime he needs anything or he wants something done, we have to get together to make sure that it happens. But also like if he says something, I have to delegate it out to everybody else.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's kind of like running around with a chicken with your head cut off, trying to figure out like who needs what, like who needs funding, where's this money gonna go, where's that money gonna go,
Right.
and things like that. So
Right. That's cool. So what are some of the upcoming events that you have planned out right now?
So we just had I think maybe our last meeting for the semester. Stay tuned for that. Maybe
Okay.
we might have one more.
Sure.
But we did in December, our last big event is coming up, and that's our Kwanzaa event.
Okay,
It's our
yeah.
second annual because we had it last year for the first time, and this time we're gonna do like similar to the same thing, just not as long because we tried to cover like all 7 principles or 7 or 8 principles of Kwanzaa last year.
Okay.
Too much. So now we have like one general theme, and we're gonna like break that down and have food and music and just like celebrate togetherness and things like that.
Sweet, fun. So if someone, so you said mentioned you may have only one more meeting next week, or this semester,
up, yeah.
right? But if people want to get involved next semester, who can they get in touch with? How would they be able to do that?
Well, I think we have a Facebook group, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter. So if you ever just like slide into the DMs there,
Sure.
you can always just like find out something. There's a lot of us on campus. I mean, like y'all have now seen my face twice. So like
Right.
if you see me on campus, just ask.
She's out and about. She's all around.
Every now and again, Clancy will shout out something that we're doing on like the big like campus-wide email. So
Sure.
that's a way. But chalking, flyers, digital signage, things like that. Just like look out, and if you see like the little hot air balloon with ABC on it, you know it's
Cool.
us. So,
All right. Sweet, folks. If you want to get out there and celebrate Black culture, please get in touch with Jenna or whoever. And thanks for coming out here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
See ya.
No sports.
Hi, welcome back to TUTV Sports. I'm Harry Lebowski.
I'm Wes Addington.
Here is our sports news for the week.
The women's basketball team came away with a big win, hosting Arkansas State on Saturday. Kendrine Elliott put up 38 points for the Golden Hurricane, while Morgan Brady posted multiple threes for 16, giving way to Tulsa's 79-77 victory and making the ladies' record 1-1. The shooting streak for Elliott was her new personal record, and she tied the school record for points scored in a single game with Jillian Robbins in 2005. However, Elliott's 16 field goals, 14 of which were contested, did set a new school record for most field goals scored in one game.
Tulsa football finally claimed their first conference win of the 2019 season. After a 5-game drought, Tulsa football upset the UCF Knights Friday night with a 34-31 victory led by Seth Boomer. Starting QB Zach Smith has exited the first half for an unknown injury as the Golden Hurricane trailed 17-28. Seth Boomer replaced Smith in the lineup and connected with Sam Crawford for a Tulsa touchdown. Tulsa trailed by as many as 11 points to the nation's second-ranked offense but in the first half, but rallied back to tie 31-31 off Boomer's touchdown with just over 1 minute left of the game. UCF was caught with 12 men on the field, but still went for it on 4th and 12. The defensive stop gave way for the Tulsa offense to chew the clock and Jacob Rainey's 23-yard field goal. Tulsa claimed a 34-31 upset victory over the Knights. Smith's injury and return is listed as unknown, but the Golden Hurricane will welcome the bye week before facing Houston on the 23rd.
Sophomore tennis athlete for Tulsa, Cody Pearson, made a strong run in the 2019 Oracle ITA National Fall Championship singles tournaments in Newport Beach, California. Pearson, ranked 96 in the nation, was riding a 6-game win streak before losing in the tournament and moving to the consolation bracket. Pearson fought his way to the consolation semifinals, where he unfortunately suffered a loss to Raphael Lamling from South Carolina. Pearson lost his first set 0-6, came back for a tie, winning 6-1. Then Pearson fell in the third, 1-6, which marked the end for the men's tennis season. The Golden Hurricane ended with a 20-27 singles record and a 6-10 mark in doubles action.
After surpassing Houston Baptist last week, the men's basketball team traveled to UT Arlington to take on the Mavericks. Reggie Jones led the team in the away game, scoring 19 points, with Darian Jackson behind him at 12. Jones' season high started with 12 of his points being scored in the first half. Tulsa had only scored 23 at the half, trailing UTA 23-33. The lid finally came off the basket for the Golden Hurricane in the second half, but sadly, their 36 points were still below UTA's 40. The Mavericks came out on top in this one, 73-59 over Tulsa. Tulsa returns home this week, right after tonight's show for the Mayor's Cup, Tulsa rivalry with Oral Roberts University.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have finished their first 10 games of the 2019-2020 NBA season. After hosting Golden State and claiming a 114-108 win, the Thunder hosted the Milwaukee Bucks on Sunday. The Thunder nearly had a comeback as Dennis Schroeder's stats continue to climb. At the end of the third quarter, OKC trailed 80-87 and narrowed the game to a 2-point deficit. Even with Dennis Schroeder's 25 points, OKC ultimately suffered a 2-point loss, 119 to 121. Their current record of 4-6 sets them at 11th in the Western Conference, behind the also 4-6 Portland Trailblazers. OKC's next game will be this Friday against Philadelphia.
All right, Wes. So what's going on in the world of sports?
Well, Harry, did you see the game last night?
Oh, you're talking about the game.
I'm talking about the game.
Oh my God. If y'all didn't see the game, you should really look up highlights. This was the most wild game we've ever seen.
The last play
Oh my God.
had me on the edge of my seat.
I was
like
screaming.
This.
I got
The edge.
a noise complaint in John Navy. I was screaming so loud. It was the RA came knocking on the door. It was a whole mess. But
started out, it was so competitive. They were trading off points. And then they pulled out the huge lead, but they came back.
Oh
at the
my
end.
God, the comeback at the end. It was just wild. I mean, y'all should really
Incredible.
Y'all should really get on this level.
Sports.
Ball
talk.
We'll see you next week.
Welcome back, everyone. This is TUTV Entertainment. I'm Parker.
And I'm Benji, and we're here to give you your weekly entertainment rundown.
Big news for fashion fans. The theme for the annual fashion event, the Met Gala, was announced this past weekend. This upcoming year, celebrities will be strutting their elaborate costumes to the theme titled About Time, Fashion and Duration. The Met Gala is an annual fundraising event for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute and kicks off the Institute's annual fashion exhibit. Next year's theme focuses on the fashion of the 1870s and takes attendees on a journey through fashion during the 19th and 20th centuries. The Met Gala will take place on May 4th, 2020.
Iconic actor James Dean is being brought back to cinema using CGI technology in the film Finding Jack. The project stems from the entertainment company Magic City Films, which is working on the upcoming film starring James Dean as the lead. The late actor, who passed away in 1955, was best known for his social outcast image, which resonated with American youths. Magic City Films stated that they, quote, searched high and low for the perfect character to portray the role of Rogan, and after months of research, we decided on James Dean, end quote. Dean's family is reported to be supporting the decision, though the public has been on the fence.
Shia LaBeouf's autobiographical film Honey Boy was released in theaters last week. The film was written by LaBeouf himself as a part of his recovery and rehab and is based on his own childhood. The story follows a troubled actor who symbolizes LaBeouf attempting to reconcile with his traumatic childhood. LaBeouf plays the father, James, a character based on his own father. In spite of his controversies, LaBeouf's work on the film shines a new light on the actor as he faces his demons head-on.
As the holidays are ramping up, the Philbrook Museum of Art is preparing for its annual Philbrook Festival. From November 29th to December 31st, festival nights at Philbrook will consist of a number of holiday events for all ages. Among the attractions include a light show in the garden, train rides, live music, and visits from Santa. If you're looking for a place to de-stress before finals, consider checking out this holiday favorite.
The Brain Injury Recovery Foundation will be hosting their first annual event, Shining the Light on Brain Injuries. The event will take place in the Canes Ballroom and will feature food, live entertainment, art, and auctions. All proceeds go to the foundation to help kickstart advocacy programs and grants in support of those who have suffered from brain injuries. Shining the Light will be on Saturday, November 23rd from 6 to 11 p.m.
Since the buzzworthy film Joker first hit theaters, there's been nonstop talk about its success. According to Forbes, Joker is the most profitable comic book movie ever, making $95 million worldwide after just 5 weeks. This is especially significant considering the film's budget was a fraction of that amount at about $63 million. At the rate it is going, many suspect that Joker will be the first R-rated film to make $1 billion, making it the king of R-rated films. So, how about those stories today, Parker? Oh, that's right. He ran off to be an actor in Flower Moon. I was just imagining him.
I'm still here.
Parker, you're back!
Yeah. So, the plan is basically, because the casting call failed, I'm actually going to be a fashion model, and this is my plan for an outfit at the Met Gala.
Oh my God, you're gonna be a fashion actor too?
Yeah.
I made my costume as well. Wait. I think it's really going to be a hit.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Man. There we go. Now it's perfect. Okay, well, this is what we have for you guys this week.
Thanks for watching.
Let us know whose costume is best in the comments below.
It's mine.
Costume, that was
Man,
outfit.
I think it's a fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fire. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think I could rock that.
I
Like,
mean,
which one do you think I'd rock better, the chair on the head or the?
well, I think
full
Benji
zip?
and Parker has that. I think
Okay.
we need to figure out for you.
What do you think? Like, what are some brainstorms? What are some ideas?
What if you just came as like a pair of pants?
Just like the pants that just go all the way up.
Yeah, like just a pair of pants.
Okay.
And then you could have like a series. So then the next year you'll be like a shirt. And then you'll be like a pair of shoes.
Yep.
And like a hat.
Socks, something like that.
Socks, yeah, and just keep going with it.
I'm a big fan of fashion, but I think it's funny how like people take fashion to like a level where it's like that kind of stuff, where it's just like really dumb.
I don't think it's dumb. I think people are allowed to express themselves as they want to.
I see you tiptoeing there.
I'm not.
So next week is going to be our special episode, a live stream.
Live stream.
It's going to be an hour-and-a-half long thing. So if you're interested in that, please tune in to that. So we have a bunch of stuff planned.
Yes, it's going to be different. We've done the midterm elections. We've done the Oscars.
Yep.
And now we're doing a super cool show.
This one's going to be a variety of things. So we can't give you too much of what's going to happen, but there's going to be some roundtable discussions where we're going to bring in some people from outside of TUTV, get their perspective on some issues, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so tune in for that. It's going to be fun.
Some cool packages coming out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think I should go with the pants outfit then for the live stream?
I mean, I think you should talk to Hannah.
I think I should start with Hannah.
Yeah. If you come in as a pair of pants, I will come in being a shoe.
Shout out to that. I feel like every time I ask Hannah to do something, she's always like, oh, no, you can't do that because it's like endorsing something bad or whatever.
Well,
or like,
some of them it is.
But like, come on, I'm trying to express
once you ask to get something that you wanted for yourself and have TUTV pay for it.
I'm trying to express my artistic ability, okay? My artistic sense.
You can do that on
Sometimes
your free
crime's
time.
involved.
No, it's not. Thank you for coming. We will see you next week and enjoy the live stream and have a good rest of your week.
Thanks, guys.